Hey guys, welcome to the video. So today I'm bringing you a makeup tutorial, but not just any makeup tutorial. I wanted to give you guys a makeup tutorial and I'm gonna do it with all drugstore products. So this is all affordable makeup that works really well and is just as good quality as really expensive stuff. So especially if you're camping at Coachella and you don't want to bring like all your expensive makeup, this is stuff you can find at your drugstore. All right, so I'm gonna clip my hair back because if you know me, you know that I cannot operate with my hair down. Ever. I don't know if this is how the kids do it, but that's how I do it. So there we go. All right, so first and foremost, we're gonna use primer. I've been using this a lot lately and I really like it. This is from Essence, the Prime Plus Studio Hydrating Skin Refreshing Primer. I've noticed, I don't know if it's the foundation or this, but I'm pretty sure this blurs your skin like really well. Because I noticed my makeup sits like really good on top of it. So I kind of just do like 3 little dots there and focus it on like the center of my face, where all my pores are and where I get oily. Beautiful. So a lot of the products I'm using today are Milani because it's one of my favorite like go-to drugstore brands. They just have such good quality makeup. So this is not new. I use this almost at every festival I go to, the Milani Conceal and Perfect. It's really full coverage and it does not go anywhere. Doesn't give you flashback, like nothing. So I usually do like a pump and a half of this. It's like a thicker kind of like moussier texture and I just sort of like dot that all over my face. I put most of it on like my cheeks because that's like the biggest surface. And then I personally like to blend that in with a brush. What even is this? This is the Morphe M439. So we're just gonna go ahead and blend that in. If anybody is going to Coachella, let me know down in the comments. I'm not going, but the lineup is so good. I'm so jealous of you guys if you are going. And I'm gonna bring that down my neck. Also so proud of myself. I don't know if you guys have been watching for a while, my skin has cleared up so much, which is so nice because I've had like issues with my skin in the past and I usually get really bad breakouts on my cheeks and then my chin like hormonally, but it's been really good. I think it's some of the serums I'm using. So let me know if you guys want a skincare routine because I haven't done one of those in a very long time. Okay, next I always do cream contour. I'm very big on cream products. You're gonna see a lot of that today, but all my other ones are high-end, so the only other one I had was the Makeup Revolution. It's like totally rubbed off, but this is a foundation stick and this is in color F13. It's a little dark, so you don't need that much. And I just bring it under my chin and then I do go down my nose because I love to nose contour. So I do my nose first. I always just like blend that in with my finger and bring it up the bridge of my nose and kind of like blend it up into my eyebrow. Hold on, let me zoom you in, sorry guys. All right, I'm gonna use, oh I love this brush. This is the e.l.f. Selfie Ready Foundation brush. I'm obsessed with it. I always use it to blend in my cream contour and I'm just taking that like into my hairline. But yeah, maybe I'll pull up the Coachella lineup here, guys, and we'll talk about it because obviously all of the house artists and all of the electronic artists is who I would be there to see. I'm not very big on like the other stuff, but I feel like some of the pop artists I would go see. Like I love an Ariana Grande or like a Dua Lipa set. That's kind of like nice and blended. It's okay if it looks like a little bit messy. I always go in and clean it up. Okay, but next concealer. Milani Conceal and Perfect goes perfect with the foundation. They match each other. And I'm in shade 125 Light Natural. I just got onto this and I really like it. It's like super creamy and easy to blend. My favorite beauty sponge, this is also e.l.f. I have like 3 of these. I'm completely obsessed with it. It's so good. So you just take a wet or a damp beauty sponge and just tap that in under your eye. I always look up and I go down the bridge of my nose in every direction just to like get all the creasing out. And I kind of take whatever's left and I like go underneath here, kind of like to clean up that contour line a little in case it came down too far. Beautiful. Okay, and then I usually go back in with my brush. I don't add anything to it, but I kind of just like go over because sometimes the concealer like comes up and gets rid of some of the contour. So I kind of just like go like that. Cool, then I'm gonna do a cream blush. You could probably go over it and I'll show you what I'm gonna do today just to like keep it there, but I just like love cream blushes a lot. So I have the e.l.f. Putty Blush here. This is the color that I wanted. Oh gosh, I don't have the color on it, but I'll get it for you guys. So I'm just gonna dip my brush in this because it's kind of like a warmer peachy coral kind of shade. And I always use this brush, the Real Techniques stippling brush for any of like my cream contours. But my favorite liquid blushes, still, I have like 6 of them, are the Rare Beauty liquid blushes. Like those are high end, but they're not even that expensive. So I kind of just like stick it on my brush and then I like stipple it on. So pretty. I'm kind of going for like, going a little ham with the blush and going a little extra because again, it's like a desert festival and it's festival makeup. Like to me, I like to be a little bit more like loud and out there. So I'm kind of like really gonna layer this on. Super, super easy to blend. And I'm gonna do the whole e-girl thing and just like throw this on my nose. Yes, bitch. We have been sunburnt. Alrighty guys, we're flying through this. Okay, highlighter. I'm gonna use a lot of Wet n Wild today too, because Wet n Wild is so affordable and it's so good. I still am obsessed with their MegaGlo highlighting powders. I also have their MegaGlo, their Hello Halo, which is a liquid one. Maybe I'll use this today because I haven't used this in such a long time. This is in Gilded Glow. A little bit guys, okay? This goes a long freaking way. So we'll do the cheeks first, top of the cheekbones. I will do the tiniest little amount on my nose, give a nice little nose highlight there, kind of like blend that in. I feel like for Coachella, I obviously want like a very glowy, like almost golden, like goddess kind of vibe. That's definitely what we're going with today. We're gonna add some glitter too. Yo, I'm about to look like a Tin Man and I'm here for it. And then I'm gonna take my beauty blender and I'm just gonna kind of like blend that in. You see that shit? So good. Beautiful. I don't know why. This is what happens when I do things on camera. I do things out of order. Normally I would have done my powder. I skipped my powder, so let's go back. For powder, my only drugstore one that I really use is the Fit Me powder, and I use Fairlight number 10. And I'm just gonna bake a little bit under my eye, and I'm just gonna bring that kind of like onto my smile lines because these crease really bad. So yeah, I typically do this before highlighter, but I get distracted while I'm on camera. I also usually do my bronzer before this too. I don't know what's wrong with me, guys. But we're gonna let that sit there for a second. I'm gonna add a little bit of bronzer. Honestly, because I do the cream contour, I don't go too ham, but the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer in Deep Bronze is still one of my favorite bronzers. It smells amazing, and this is also drugstore. I think this is closer to like 12 bucks though. So I'm just gonna add a tiny bit kind of to where I did my cream contour. I'm keeping it like super simple today, guys. We'll go under the chin, snatch that jawline and bring it down. And I take a little brush. What is this? This is like my ride or die. This is the e.l.f. eyeshadow C brush. This is my nose brush. I'm gonna come down the sides and just like snatch my nose contour a little bit more. I also usually do that before blush. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm gonna take a little bit more powder and I'm just gonna clean that up on the side so it's like extra snatched. So I kind of just like come down like that and kind of just like stamp that out. Gotta make sure it's straight. I'm gonna let that hang. If we need to put more highlighter on later, we will. Actually, not if we need to. I'm going to put more highlighter on later. All right, so that's what we've got going for now. That's kind of like everything pretty much for the face. So I'm gonna do eyes. Let's move on to eyes. I'm gonna let the powder sink in right now. We're also gonna talk about the line up here. Oh, I forgot Harry Styles as a headliner. Wow, that's gonna be awesome. I'm gonna take a quick break here. We've got Harry Styles. Who else? I would be into Louis the Child. I would say Madeon, Lane 8. Oh, guys are getting a Lane 8 set. I'm so jealous. Lane 8, Black Coffee for Deep House. Peggy Goo is incredible. Carly Rae Jepsen, oh my god, that's amazing. Martinez Brothers, fantastic. Art Bat. Art Bat is probably one of my favorite artists right now. Like, they are such an interesting electronic duo. Like, fantastic. Tokimon says amazing. Don't miss her. Purple Disco Machine. I think he just put out an album, but he's just like funky, fun, groovy, like disco house, like more of an electronic artist too, but really, really fun. So don't miss him. Dom Dalla, John Summit, my top 2 like tech house artists. They're fucking incredible. I love them. Lost Kings, Gigi McGree is also really good. She Throws Down, and Somi is a really good house artist. So I'll just review Friday for now and then we'll move on. So for eyes, I've been using a lot of Wet n Wild shadows. So I'm basically just gonna be doing kind of like a lighter eyeshadow look because this is so dramatic. So I'm really gonna be using like a lot of the lighter brown shades on the top. So we're gonna start there. So I'm gonna use a really big ass fluffy brush and I'm just gonna dip into one of the lighter brown shades here, kind of tap off the excess and just come in. And I'm just like fluffing that in the outer corner and then bringing it up like above the crease right under my eyebrow and just really buffing this in. Does not have to be clean. So I'm just like smoking that out here like past my eyebrow. And we're gonna come under the eye in a second too. I'm actually gonna wipe off all my powder now, so I'm gonna get rid of it under my nose. I'm gonna leave it under my eyes. I'm just gonna let that bake. So I'm gonna take a little bit of a smaller fluffy brush. I think this is like an Anastasia Beverly Hills brush that came with one of the palettes. I'm gonna dip into the same color and I'm gonna come like bring all of that like underneath. So I'm just gonna go like right underneath. and fluff that all together, blending it together. So again, if you're like a beginner, this is super easy. Like you're really just fluffing just a couple eyeshadow shades. And this is super messy. Like I'm coming down really far and I'm just really buffing that in under my eye. Now I'm just gonna take another brush and I'm gonna dip into, it's kind of like a pale yellowish, like cream color. And we're just gonna pop that right at the top there, right under the brow bone, just to give a tiny bit of a highlight. Then I'm gonna dip into my highlighting powder. This is the Wet n Wild again. This is in Golden Flower Crown. And I'm gonna take the other side of that brush, which is almost like, kind of like a lid brush, and I'm gonna dip into this. And I really want like a golden highlight. So I'm gonna pop that right over that color and sort of like drag that out. So then the only other thing I'm really gonna do, because I've never used these before, so I'm gonna see how it looks. I'm gonna use a really like thin, kind of like crease brush. This is the Morphe M506, and I'm gonna dip into a little bit more of a darker brown, like something over here. And I'm gonna basically just kind of like pop that right here, kind of like in a U shape, right in the crease. So a little bit lower, I'm not taking this up too far. And then I'm just blending that in to my outer corner, just to give a little more depth to your eye. And then I'm gonna go back in. I didn't add anything to my brush from before. I'm just gonna blend those two together. Cool, and then on the other side of this brush, again, it's kind of like a lid brush. I'm gonna dip into that same darker color, and I'm just gonna come under my eye and kind of, again, like join that with the top lash line. And I'm just gonna buff that out, and I'm gonna take it like kind of to the center of my eye. So I'm just keeping that like much closer to the lash line. I think it's time. I think we gotta try out the Lunautics stuff. So I'm gonna do my other eye off camera, and then we'll come back and we will put these little face gems on. Okay guys, so I'm back. So I did the matching other side, and I actually just put my brows on nice and snatched. So this is drugstore products as well. I use the L'Oreal, the Brow Stylist Definer, which I absolutely love, in dark brunette, and then the NYX Control Freak, which is just a translucent eyebrow gel. So that's all done. So I did just try to put one of the stickers on, and it sits on your eye differently than I thought. So I thought it was gonna be like on my lash line and out, and it kind of like comes up where we put that darker color and out. It looks insane, but I need to put something on my lid. So I think I'm just gonna go for like a very dark smoky eye. So I'm gonna take my NYX Jumbo Eye Pencil. This is in like black bean. This is gonna be like a thick line. It's gonna be messy, which is okay. We're gonna cover it. But I'm basically just gonna go across the top of my lash line and kind of smudge that in. Kind of like that, like a thick line, and then we're gonna smudge out. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take like a very smudgy kind of brush. So I have the e.l.f, this is a concealer brush, but I'm just gonna take the really dark brown. I'm not gonna go in with black just yet, but we're kind of gonna make like a gradient. So I'm gonna dip into the dark brown, and I'm literally just gonna go like right over that and kind of like a little above it. And I'm just gonna smudge this out. And then I'm gonna bring that up onto the lid. In the background, I'm watching like Ink Master, like compilations on YouTube. I don't know if anybody loves that show. I like used to watch it all the time, and then I just got my new tattoo a week ago, and I'm like back into watching like tattoo shows now. But I'll have to pop up a picture here so you guys can see how it came out. I'm so obsessed with it. Okay, now I'm gonna take an actual lid brush, and I'm gonna go in with like a neutral brown, like probably this one, like kind of in the middle, not too light, not too dark. This is almost like a reddish brown. And I'm gonna come right on the lid on top of everything, just to blend that all together. Cool, and we're gonna come under the eye too. So this is where I use like my really tiny little definer brush. This is the Morphe M213, and I'm gonna go in with that super dark chocolatey brown, and I'm gonna tap into the black, and I'm gonna come like right under my lash line really tight and take that all the way across. And then I'm just gonna connect that in the outer corner to the top lash line. And now we're gonna put these on. So this is the one I did first, and it kind of like sits almost like right in your crease there, like that. Look how cool that looks. I already put this on my skin and peeled it off, so this one might not stick as well now because it has makeup on it. Look how fucking cool that is. Oh my god, I love it. Honestly, I haven't worn this to a festival yet, so I don't know how well it will stick, but my other Lunautics gems stick really well. Look how crazy that looks. And then they have this little like moon gem in the middle, which I feel like is very Coachella. Okay, press hard. So cute. Okay, I'm gonna do a little bit more blush before I go any further. So like I said, I'm gonna add some powder blush. This is the Flower Beauty Flower Pot in Warm Hibiscus. It's like a really warm tone kind of similar to what we had, but it has like a golden sheen to it as well. So I feel like that will be really pretty. So I'm just gonna take a little bit more and just kind of go over the tops of the cheekbones. And then we're gonna stick these two little gems underneath our eye. This is a vibe for Coachella for sure, you guys. Okay, we need lashes. We're almost there. Okay, so the lashes I'm gonna put on, I'm obsessed with, probably my favorite lash right now. This is still drugstore pricing, but I get them in Sephora. This is the House of Lashes times Sephora in Marigold, the full volume. I'm completely obsessed with these, so I'm gonna go pop these on and then I'll be right back. All right guys, here's where we're at. I'm completely obsessed with this. I feel like this is such a vibe for Coachella. The lashes definitely add to it. So what I did is I put on the Marigold lashes, and then I went over the top lash line with a little bit more black just to like blend that in. So the last thing I wanna do, again, this is very smoky, so we need to line our bottom lash line with black eyeliner. So I was using the Milani Easy Liner in black, but whatever drugstore liner you have works. The next trick that I always do when I put on lashes is I blend in my lashes with mascara. So I'm gonna use the Essence I Heart Extreme, which I love this on its own. It's really, really nice and it layers well, but I'm just gonna push my real lashes into the fake lashes a little bit. And I'm gonna just do my outer lashes as well. And then I just wanna do my inner corner. So again, I'm going back into the highlight and I'm just gonna add a little bit of that golden kind of highlight right in there just to brighten it up. So for lips, I'm gonna use the NYX lip liner. I'm obsessed with these. I have them in so many colors. This is the lip pencil in Nude Truffle, which is a really pretty like brown. I feel like I permanently wear brown lip liners now. Now, if you wanted to, you could honestly like just take a gloss or a liquid lipstick and pop that on and like call it a day if you don't want to like bring all these things in your bag with you. But just for the sake of today's look, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Seriously Satin Lipstick in Creme. Probably one of my favorite like lighter nudes. And then I'm gonna go over that with a gloss. I'm gonna use the Milani gloss, and I love this one. This is in Champagne. So I'm kind of loving that because we've got a lot going on. Okay, so now last thing, I'm gonna add glitter because it's not a festival look without even more glitter. So what I'm gonna do, I have these two Lunautics glitter pots. This is a brand new one and I feel like this kind of matches the tone of the gems in these. And this is in B-Day Cake. This is their Moon Dust. So what I like to do, I like to use the NYX glitter glue, or I use Tat Wax, which is like if I'm gonna put this on a bigger area, but today I wanna be like very concentrated with this. So what I'm thinking is I kind of wanna do like lines of glitter. Oh, before I do that, let's seal everything in. Again, I'm gonna use Milani Make It Last, their setting spray. This is 16-hour wear. My makeup does not budge. Again, using a lot of the same like products from the same company helps, but we're just gonna spray our face. I really need that hydration. That just like seals the deal. It makes you feel hydrated and a little bit more fresh. Okay guys, so here's where we are. It actually came out way better than I thought it was going to, but I essentially like just drew a couple lines. So I'm gonna start kind of like right underneath like my pupil, and this is gonna be the shortest line. It's a straight like shorter line, kind of like that. And then I have this really tiny little brush I'm using. I don't even know what this is, a Real Techniques brush. And I'm kind of just like dipping into the glitter pot, and I'm just like very lightly pressing the glitter on top of it, like placing it where I want it to go in a line. Literally just like that. This looks so cute. Okay, then I have one more kind of coming down here. It's gonna be a little bit longer, and I'm kind of bringing it out on like an angle, just like that. And then since these two like gems have these little like prongs, I'm kind of just like extending those lines further and just bringing that out on an angle. And you don't need to use that much glue. I'm like kind of very lightly pushing that out. All right, you guys, so this is the final look. I'll show you a little bit up close, but I think this came out so fucking cool. I feel like such like a desert goddess kind of princess vibe. I think this is so perfect for Coachella, and it's super easy. Like all these things are additional. If you want to just like do your normal face makeup however you want, totally do that. I just think this like really blended in nice with like the warmer tones of the eye. You could literally just pop on those Lunautics face gems and call it a day and like have your look done, and just pop on some mascara or lashes. I am an ambassador with Lunautics, so you guys can save 10% off there using code EmmaK. Thank you so much for using my links, guys. I earn commission off those and I really, really appreciate it. It allows me to continue to do my job. So thank you for supporting them. They're a small business in the festival space as well that I absolutely love working with. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. And yeah, please be open with me. Let me know if you want to see more festival makeup tutorials because I'm happy to keep doing these. Please give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you are new here, welcome to my channel. I would love it if you'd hit the subscribe button down below to come join our family. If you guys are going to Coachella, have the best time ever. I hope you enjoy it and thank you for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.
Fall into you.